When you compare basketball to the other major sports in America, especially like baseball or football, when we talk about basketball teamwork, on the basketball court, regardless of what position you play on your team, everybody sort of does the same thing all at once. So if you're on defense, you're all kind of playing the same physical defense as everybody else. Strategically, you're still all on the same page defensively, and physically you're all doing pretty much physically the same thing as your teammate. Same thing for offense, but in other sports, baseball, football, your teammates, they have different positions that do different stuff than the stuff that you're doing, whether it be offensively or defensively. So for instance, in football, if you're on offense, like a lineman has a different obligation and set of skills to be performing than a tight end or a wide receiver or the quarterback. Like, you're all on the same team and you're all working towards the same goal, but you have very different ways that you interact with the team. You're not all doing pretty much the same stuff. Now, you could make the argument that because, like in football, you have different positions that do radically kind of different things, then that makes you even more of a team player. And I'm not here to make that assertion. I'm certainly not here to, say what's a better team sport. I'm just saying that a lot of times you don't think of it, people think basketball is like the least sort of teamwork, team-esque kind of sport because it can be very individualistic. Like you can see LeBron James and the general person on the street who doesn't have anything to do with sports or basketball, they know who LeBron James is, they know that name, but they don't know any of his teammates because in basketball it's very individualistic. The star of the team stands out so much more than the rest of his teammates. In other sports, that doesn't really happen except for like the quarterback position in football. But you could make the argument that because in basketball, you're all I guess probably in hockey, the same thing. If you're doing the same thing as your teammate is at the same time that they're doing it, that could be, argued to be like that's kind of the ultimate way to play a team sport. Like, you're all doing the same thing at the same time. You don't just have your little component of what you do over here and what your teammate does over here, and then you just have to hope that your teammate does their aspect of the game as well as you're doing your aspect of the game, and then hopefully the teamwork just sort of comes together. When you're on the basketball court, you're all doing the same stuff at the same time, so you know immediately if that stuff is working. So when we talk about teamwork with basketball, you have to keep in mind, like, you can immediately sort of know and be aware of if your teammate is actually doing their job and actually helping you immediately as you're witnessing them doing it. And since you know that and you're aware of it, you can immediately hold them accountable for their part of the teamwork. That's a good skill to know and to have to learn, because going forth in life, when you need sort of immediate teamwork in whatever setting, environment you find yourself in, if you know how to do that in a proper kind of respectful way, then you can immediately get the kind of teamwork you need out of people around you who may not have grown up playing sports.